Financial abuse is one of the most overlooked yet devastating forms of domestic violence. Many women find themselves trapped in abusive relationships not because they lack the desire to leave but because they lack the financial means to do so. Financial abuse can manifest in many forms, from controlling access to money and employment to sabotaging financial independence. This story explores the harrowing journey of a woman caught in the cycle of financial abuse, shedding light on the emotional and psychological toll it takes. At the beginning of the relationship, everything seemed perfect. Jessica had met David at a work party and he was charming, attentive, and kind. He showered her with gifts, took her on expensive dates, and made her feel like the most important person in the world. He often told her, "You don't have to worry about money. I'll take care of everything." To Jessica, this sounded like love, but she didn't realize it was the first step toward financial control. The signs of financial control. As their relationship progressed, David started making small but significant financial decisions for Jessica. He insisted on handling all their finances, suggesting that she should close her personal bank account and use their joint one instead. "It's just easier this way," he would say. Over time, he started questioning her spending habits, criticizing her purchases, and limiting her access to money. If she wanted to buy something for herself, she had to ask him first. When she suggested getting a job, he dismissed the idea, claiming that working was unnecessary since he could provide for her. "I just want you to focus on us," he insisted. The isolation begins. Financial abuse often goes hand in hand with social isolation. David subtly discouraged Jessica from spending time with friends and family, claiming they were a bad influence. Without financial independence, she found it difficult to maintain connections. When her best friend invited her for a coffee date, Jessica had to ask David for money. He gave her just enough for a drink but made her feel guilty for going out at all. Her family noticed her withdrawal, but whenever they asked if everything was okay, Jessica defended David. "He's just protective," she would say, though deep down she felt increasingly trapped. The impact of financial abuse. Jessica's dreams and ambitions slowly faded. She had always wanted to start a small business, but David convinced her it was too risky. "Businesses fail all the time," he reminded her. "Why take the chance when I'm here to provide for you?" At first she believed he had her best interests at heart, but over time she realized she had no control over her own life. She couldn't buy things she wanted, go places without his approval, or even access their joint bank account without his permission. The breaking point. One evening, Jessica found herself in tears after David yelled at her for buying a book without asking him. "Do you think money grows on trees?" he snapped. It was in that moment that she realized she had lost herself. The vibrant, independent woman she once was had disappeared, replaced by someone who walked on eggshells around her partner. Desperate for an escape, she confided in her sister, who encouraged her to seek help. But without money, leaving seemed impossible. "Where will I go? How will I survive?" she asked, her voice trembling. Her sister helped her research local domestic violence shelters and financial assistance programs. She learned about financial empowerment resources and started making small changes, secretly saving money whenever she could and reconnecting with old friends for support. The escape plan. With her sister's help, Jessica created an escape plan. She secured a temporary place to stay at a women's shelter, opened a secret bank account, and started applying for jobs. She knew that leaving wouldn't be easy, but she also knew that staying meant losing herself entirely. One evening, when David was away on a business trip, she packed a small bag, took the cash she had saved, and left. The weight of fear and uncertainty pressed against her chest, but for the first time in years she felt free. Rebuilding life after financial abuse. Starting over wasn't easy. Jessica faced numerous challenges, from finding stable employment to rebuilding her self-confidence. But with time, support, and financial literacy programs, she slowly regained control over her life. She enrolled in financial education workshops, learned how to budget, and worked tirelessly to establish financial independence. Through therapy, she processed the trauma and learned to recognize the signs of abuse. Most importantly, she found her voice again. She started sharing her story with other women in abusive situations, encouraging them to seek help and reclaim their independence. To conclude, financial abuse is a silent trap that keeps many women bound to their abusers. Without financial freedom, leaving can feel impossible. However, with education, support, and strategic planning, women can break free and rebuild their lives. Jessica's story is a testament to the strength and resilience of survivors. No woman should have to choose between safety and financial security. Here are some signs that you may be experiencing financial abuse. Your partner controls all the finances. You are not allowed to work or pursue your career goals. You are constantly criticized for your spending habits. You are denied access to your own money. Your partner sabotages your efforts to become financially independent. You feel isolated and dependent on your partner financially. Here are some steps you can take to regain control of your finances. Open a separate bank account. This will give you access to your own funds and protect your money from your abuser. Obtain a copy of your credit report. This will help you identify any fraudulent activity and take steps to repair your credit. Seek legal advice. An attorney can help you understand your legal rights and options. Connect with support groups. Connecting with other survivors can provide you with emotional support and practical advice. If you or someone you know is experiencing financial abuse, seek help. There is a way out. What are your thoughts on the role of financial abuse in domestic violence? How can we better support survivors and prevent this form of abuse?